What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do something kind of different. I haven't really done one of these before, so we're just going to get into it. Today, what am I reviewing? Well, right in front of me I've got my Panasonic G7, which is recording me right now, and we're going to be comparing it to the GH4. GH4 is basically it's a year release before the G7. It is a lot more expensive. It's about £500 more than this camera. Basically my camera is the budget version, however some things are kind of better. This camera is better with lighting compared to this. This distorts in the dark and stuff quite often, as you will probably see when I do the test footage. I'm going to run down a few key things that are changed, and I've got a list of differences, like a comparison on my phone here. And this is just for keen interest towards viewers. If you're not interested into sort of tech reviews and footage and stuff, you can quit out this video now and whatnot. I will be filming in automatic and manual for these footage reviews, so if that intrigues you, keep watching. If you're wondering what accessories is running on my camera right now, if you're interested in that, stuff in the description and possibly links to get whatever my setup is, and if you want this. Without any further ado, let's get to the differences. Alright, so the Panasonic G7, it came out in 2015. And the GH4 came out in 2014. We all know that these cameras are capable of doing 4K. Now there's one difference between this camera and the camera I'm shooting with. This camera can do slightly better 4K. And why is that? It's all to do with Cinema 4K, and Cinema 4K is basically, it's 24 frames per second. It's a little bit more higher quality 4K. The resolution differences with this and this, so the resolution 4K for the G7 is 3840 by 2160, and Cinema 4K for the GH4 is 4096 by 2160. It's around 200, 300-ish pixel difference. That's pretty insane. Still, that's a load more pixels that you're cramping in, which is pretty good. There are so many similarities between the two cameras though. They're both micro four thirds lenses, and they both deliver 16 megapixels capture from the sensor. The ISO can go to a lower number on the G7. It can go to 160, whereas this is 200 and over. Hence the whole low lighting is better on this camera, because the ISO is much better compared to this. The electronic dot viewfinder is a little higher quality in this than it is in that. No, it's not. It's higher quality in that, only by one dot or so, something like that. Continuous shooting, I don't know if I've tried that myself. It's 7 frames per second on the G7, whereas it's 12 frames per second on here. So if that intrigues you, I don't know. They both got wireless. Obviously the G7 was to replace the G6. Something really good about this, it's weatherproofed, and this obviously replaces GH3. The GH5 is out now, I'm pretty aware of it, that it's out. It's a very good camera. If you're saving up and stuff, get the GH5. This camera does deliver a lot more than just the G7 might be just a little bit better in a few things. The GH4 has so many features. If you want to do professional cinematography, this is probably the way to go rather than the G7. The G7's good if you're on a budget like me. I'm only 18. I've only just started getting a pay rise because of age. I'm still in part-time, I'm still in college, so it's still tricky on my point of view. Maybe if I was to have work one day and I had a higher income, I'd say different. Anywho, the shutter speeds, the shutter speed is higher on here. What are they exactly? So the shutter speed can range from 1 to 160,000 seconds. Okay, so the G7 can do 16,000 milliseconds, or just seconds, in the max shutter speed, whereas this can only go up to 8,000. And I think already, is that a win for the G7? Yeah, of course, I guess. Like, it's quite impressive. Like, it's a cheaper camera and yet it's delivering more. So, I mean, I guess that's what you get with time. A year later, you got a more cheaper but a few advancements. Not as much features as the GH4, but I guess that's what happens when you get a cheaper camera. But I guess if you really if you want all these features and better quality and all that, GH5 is the way to go. The viewfinder resolution, higher again with that. The price, I've discussed that already, like that's about 500 quid. This is about near enough 1,000. It's probably 900 now though, I don't know. Now there is a big difference with the bit rate. This smashes the G7 in many, many ways. It's 28 megabytes bit rate, I believe, on the G7, where it's 200 megabytes per second bit rate on the GH4. That is huge. Really, really like big difference. Okay, so the max video bit rate, it goes to 28 and this is 200. I do not really know, because I looked at why choose G7 over GH4. I don't know why the lower number is better than the high number. I'm not quite sure. I guess maybe compression or something. I don't know why that is. I'm not quite knowledgeable that far for that yet. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. So continuous shooting. The GH4, 12 frames per second, and obviously the G7 is 7 frames per second. The battery life can do 500 shots in here, 350 shots on the G7. This obviously has a headphone jack, and these are things like best over the G7. Obviously, we talked about the weatherproof. Flash coverage is much higher, 17 meters. Whereas the G7 is 9.3. The video resolution we've discussed is a few hundred pixels more. Flash sync port, this has one and the G7 doesn't. And if you're just interested in the cameras in general, these are the things that these cameras can offer. Wireless connection, an articulating screen, so it's like touch screen, which is really good. Like if you like doing sort of if you're into automatic and you just want to tap and you get the focus, you can do that. Built-in flash, of course, external flash, you can do that. Touchscreen, of course, viewfinder, which, yeah, electronic viewfinder, that. Oh, articulating screen, sorry, my bad. It's a flip screen, so that's really good. If you like to see yourself, or just sort of, like I'm looking at the screen right now, you can probably tell, I'm looking away from the lens, I'm looking at the little monitor display. That's the articulating screen, it's really cool. Thing is, I like the Sony A7S Mark II. It's a very, very good camera. It's very, very expensive. The downfall to it, no articulating screen, it's just a flip screen, which doesn't even go all the way up because the freaking viewfinder's in the way. So it's like, Sony, up your game. Great camera, but you really spoiled it without having the articulating screen. These two cameras could do RAW support, face detection focus, microphone port, which is, you need it, because, I mean, God, please, get a microphone if you're getting an SLR. Like, SLR mics are please, get one. Time-lapse recording, which you want that, obviously. Selfie-friendly LCD, if you like taking selfies. 4K photo mode, which is great. I haven't actually managed to find out how to get 4K photo on this camera, not yet. Post focus mode, dual axis electronic level, smartphone remote control, which is brilliant. So you can have like an external monitor display on your phone, which is all great and dandy. You can also transfer all your photos to your phone if you just want to post on Instagram or Facebook. Image stabilization, they do not have if that puts you off, I'm very sorry about that. And well, yeah, that's basically it. Here's like a good view of the GH4 for those who are interested. So this is obviously the articulating screen, which is very good, very nice. And yeah, very good indeed. I'm now going to start doing some shooting on these cameras and choose whatever you fancy, I suppose. If you're wanting to get a Panasonic, you probably might be going for a Canon or a Nikon anyways. Those cameras are good for photography. If you're looking for video, Sony and potentially Panasonic is probably the way to go for video. Me, of course, I like recording. I like photography, but I really am more in the field of video. So by all means, choose from the Panasonic range or the Sony range if you're looking for 4K, because 4K is the next step, and if I'm honest, it should be everywhere by this point, but without the conversation of 4K and 8K, let's shoot some video. What did you guys think? I'm currently recording on a GH4. I've set up everything on the GH4. I just shot in cinema 4K as well earlier, and what do you prefer? I mean, right now I've got everything on automatic because vlogging, gotta keep it on automatic. I don't know if you could tell, I don't know, the ISO's on automatic, but I feel like it's just much darker. I don't know if that's a good thing, it's probably got a bit more colour towards that or something. But yeah, basically that. If you want to see more tech reviews, I mean, I got Xbox One, PS4, we could probably do a comparison or review or personal opinions upon that. I mean, I'd love to do more tech reviews. It would be very, a lot of fun to do. So anything. I got 2 PCs down there. We could probably do a tech review of that. Anything. Maybe my monitors. I don't know. We could do anything. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you want to see more of these kind of things, just go for it. Leave me suggestions what you want to see. Yeah, that's basically all I got to say for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.